All right, we should be live right now, which is exciting. I mean, obviously, no one's watching it yet, so this might appear that I'm the biggest loser ever. But you know what? I wanted to come on here tonight. I am interested in doing live streams. I really am. I think it would be really cool to do like a weekly live stream on this YouTube channel or, something like that. I don't know. I'll probably archive this, to be honest with you, um, or upload it so you can watch it. Anyone can watch it after, so it's not live, but you can watch the previous stream. I think that would be cool, and I kind of saw this as a good way to engage with the viewers and subscribers of mine, but it doesn't really look like many of you are here. But leave a comment if you are here right now, and yeah. So I'm. If anything, this just serves as like a test. I'll have to let you guys know in another video or my next video, like, oh, I'm gonna be going live at 9 p.m. or something like that. I think would be beneficial for me to do. So you know what? I'm just gonna hang out for a second and see if anyone joins. One person, I'm begging you. No, I'm just kidding. But it would be cool if someone joined in. So this is boring for those of you who will be watching the archived version. I'm just gonna sit here and play on my phone until someone joins in. If someone does. If I go for like 10 minutes and no one joins, I'm just gonna cancel it. No viewers, eh? That's too bad. So I'm just sitting here talking to myself. But that's what I do when I normally record a video anyways. Like I'm sitting here talking to myself, but envisioning you on the other side of the camera, you know? Let me get this mic up here. And when I'm looking down like this, I'm just looking down at my screen because my camera is so much higher than my screen. Just to see if anybody's joined up or leaving comments or anything like that. I also don't know if anything has been pushed out. Like the fact that I'm doing this right now, I'm live on the internet, blows my mind. I know that makes me sound so out of touch with technology and everything, but it really is true. This is blowing my mind. I'm live right now and it's recording. Like, holy. Come on, someone. Welcome to the stream. Ask me anything. Notice as like a little prompt. I threw that in the chat there. But at this point, it doesn't look like anyone's coming. So we're just about 5 minutes in. If I go another 5 minutes and oh, hey, someone's here. Say something, anything. Hello. Who do I have joining me here in this stream? Leave a comment. Oh, I just lost you. Nice. That makes me seem so desperate. Hey, I got a thumbs up. That's cool. And we have a viewer. Hello there, viewer. Leave me a comment. Let me know who you are. See, that's the problem with this. I need to figure all of this out because, um, hey, yeah, how's it going? How's it going? Wody Brown, I totally remember you. You've left comments on my videos. I appreciate you stopping in and checking it out. This is disaster stream at this point, but as I was kind of rambling on beforehand, I was just messing around with trying to get a stream going. I didn't necessarily anticipate, oh, I'm the next Aiden Ross and I'm a streamer. I was just yeah, seeing that if this is something I would want to do, how would I do it, and so on. So, how does the audio sound? How does the visual look? Does it look okay? Sound okay? Everything is great. Awesome. Hey, I appreciate that. That's awesome. So, I have a question for you. This is something I've been wondering. I actually have several questions that I would like to ask you, just in terms of feedback about my channel. Do you have a minute? Will you stick for a minute and answer a couple of questions for me? Okay, so if I were to do a weekly stream like this, being that I'm an ASMR channel, do you think that, because I'm just talking how I normally would right now, right? But should I be doing it in ASMR fashion if I were to say, "Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Chaos ASMR stream." Or should I just kind of be myself and totally normal and do it like this? I'm curious about that. There's probably a delay on everything, on responses and all of that. So it would be cool to switch it up. You could do it both ways, just whatever you feel is fun and enjoy. That's kind of what I think. And, you know, when you're making ASMR videos and things like that, well, not things like that, ASMR videos, I definitely don't talk that quiet and use such a like slow, methodical cadence when I speak. I just this is how I talk and how I would talk to you if I met you in the street. So I think it kind of shows not necessarily a more like I'm being myself in an ASMR video, but this is just more how I would legitimately be. If you feel that it is fun, then the viewers will too because you get excited and look very lively and natural. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I wanted to stick with. Okay, the next question that I wanted to ask, and this is more of like a heavier question about this channel, and I would love to hear what you think about it. So, I feel like a lot of the videos that I make don't necessarily have a place in the ASMR world. Like, for instance, I'll give you a little insider peek into the future. My next three videos that I wanted to make were building and trying a cold plunge for the first time. Number 2 would be using a dehydrator and making my own beef jerky for the first time. And I forget what the other one is, but when you look up ASMR on YouTube, there's none of that type of thing going on. So my question is, I can force these topics to be ASMR by just speaking quietly and, you know, tapping sounds and this and that. But for something that doesn't necessarily fit into the ASMR realm, should I just not even bother with those types of videos and make a separate channel that isn't ASMR related? I'm not 100% sure about it, and curious to what you think. And I know there's the idea like, oh, just make what you like, but if it doesn't fit within the ASMR niche, I'm happy to, okay, I'm making a cold plunge and I'm making it ASMR, but would that be better suited elsewhere is kind of my question. What do you think? YouTube gets kind of repetitive, so I wouldn't worry about that. It stands out. It's like a managed Emmy ma oh, Emmy made in Japan, and our videos aren't traditional, but they became her style. I think it's more about experimenting. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, definitely. Um, so yeah, I mean, alongside of that, I do have the traditional, I have lots more role play videos planned. I actually keep an entire list on my phone, and I've got about 30 potential videos, lined up. Not lined up, like, I haven't filmed them yet, but, ideas that I'm gonna do for sure. So I'm pretty excited about that. Um, it's been so inconsistent with my uploading these days, and that's because I just moved. And I'm still in the process of unpacking my entire life and getting myself sorted out, which it doesn't mean stressful, but it's definitely kept me really busy and away from the camera and away from YouTube, unfortunately. But you can look forward to a lot more uh, videos from me coming soon. Hey, Wody, do you want to hear? Is that how you pronounce that? Wody? Sorry. Or is it Woody? Let me know. Do you want to hear a story about what just happened to me? Same, life happens, but I'm always glad seeing your videos. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, let me know if you want to. And it's hilarious. Yes, you pronounced it right. Nice. Right on, Wody. All right, I'm gonna tell you a story about what just happened, like just happened to me before I turn on this camera. So I don't know if you've seen the videos that have Miss Chaos in them, but I was just over at her house and I live very, very close to her. Two buildings, like apartment buildings down from her, actually. And when I was leaving her place, keep in mind, I just moved into this building. I've been here less than a week. So I walk to the main door and I let myself in. I go down to my apartment, which is on the ground level, and I put my key in and it's not working. I'm like, it's an old building. The building I'm living in was built in like 1980 or something. And I'm like, wow, my key doesn't work. This really sucks. But, if I jimmy it enough, it'll work. And I'm trying. All of a sudden, the door rips open, and this guy is standing there screaming at me at the top of his lungs. And he scared the you know what out of me. And I screamed too. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he's cussing me out. Get the out of here. Like, what are you doing here? And I realized I walked into the wrong building, but my key somehow worked and I was jimmying this stranger's lock with my key, and he's screaming at me, and I'm panicking, freaking out, like deer in the headlights, have no idea what's going on. I was so confused. And I tell him, "Oh, I just moved in. I'm supposed to be in the building next to you." And his apartment's 104, mine is 104. And I'm trying to explain this to him, and he's not buying it at all. And he tells me, "I'm going to call the police. I'm going to report you. You're a suspicious person. I'm getting in contact with the management of the building." And I just came home and I was just sitting here for like half an hour shaking. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I want to go to his door and leave him like a gift card and a little note apologizing or something. But yeah, that's just what happened to me. And like just before I started this stream. So I started this up to kind of help take my mind off of it. Hey, we have another viewer. Say hello, whoever you are. I wish I could see who it says is in the stream. But yeah, what do you think I should do about that guy? I'm scared to see him again. Like if I'm in the parking lot or whatever. Oh man. That happened to me in my dorm before, and we just stared at each other, and it was so awkward. But that dude needs to chill. Yeah, he told me, like, I'm gonna grab my kitchen knife. Like, it was really scary. Like, not in any way, like, oh, sorry about that. Like, he was screaming, like, the veins in his head were popping out as he's screaming at me. Just laugh it off. That's what I would do. Yeah, that is, I think, what I'll have to do. I already actually sent an email to my landlord just saying, expect this call from this person. Isn't Canada super safe? You know, I think that's a bit of a misconception. Like, I've been mugged before in Canada, like robbed at knife point. And it's funny that it's again about a knife, but yeah, that has definitely happened to me before. And we have that stereotype that, yeah, oh, everyone's super nice and it's just peace and love. And I think in general, everyone is pretty nice, but it's definitely not all it's made out to be like, oh, hey, bud, how are you? Oh, let's go grab a beer, eh? Strangers are strangers, kind of just like everywhere else. And yeah. Oh, who else do we have here? We have a second viewer. Leave me a comment. I want to know who I'm talking to or not. Like, you don't have to engage if you don't want to, but I think it would be cool. He should relax. Yeah, he definitely should. Robert, Trailer Park Boys showed me the real Canada. Yeah, no kidding. Robert, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in onto the stream. That's cool. I want to visit Toronto. That seems so fun. Yeah, I don't even think I've ever been in the city of Toronto because, like Canada is just such a huge country. And the thing about it is like the provinces. So if you were to look at the states, say, the California versus what's even like Arkansas, right? Like you could argue that it's like being in two different countries, just the people are different, the customs are different, the laws are different. And it's kind of the same thing in Canada. Like I live in Alberta, so it's considered like the Texas of Canada. It's real like roughneck flag waving, truck driving, conservative uh politically. And we're all about the oil and blue collar jobs here. Whereas if you went to somewhere that is like British Columbia, for example, it's considered to be more like the California of Canada. It's a lot more young people, a lot more new age mentality. Everyone smokes pot. Not everyone, I'm just kidding. It's stereotypes, but that's just the general my opinion on the different provinces. And then when you go to Toronto, I don't even know what the stereotypes are around there. Haven't made it up there, but definitely plan on visiting in the future. Cool. Yeah. You know what? I've always had the opinion like people come to Canada from, say, the United Kingdom, or that's their travel destination is Canada. And what I can say is that because Canada is such a new country, there really isn't like, it's not brand new, obviously, but in the scope of things, like if you look back to the 1500s, 1400s, we don't have any real history except for when you look at the native slash indigenous community, they have history, but like essentially white people or what you'd call, modern civilization hasn't been around in Canada for very long. So, you know, you walk through the cities, there isn't that crazy amount of rich history or anything like that. So if you're coming to Canada, you got to drive through like the Rocky Mountains, see places like Jasper and Banff, where there's just massive mountains all the way around. That's what you got to see if you're coming to Canada. Wasn't it Vikings? Uh, I don't even know. Did they? I thought it was like the British because we are part of the British monarchy. Let me look this up. I'll Google this for you. Did Vikings discover Canada? I'm almost certain that they didn't. It's long been known that the Vikings were the first Europeans to make long journeys to the Americas, arriving in what is now Canada sometime around the end of the first millennium. Oh, all right, cool. Didn't know that. I'm a Florida boy myself, so I know plenty of snowbird Canadians. Hey, right on. How is Florida? Is it nice? Like, I went there one time, probably 7 years ago, and did the whole tourist trap, go to Disneyland, go to Universal Studios, and the thing that shocked me most about Florida was walking out of the airport. It was like, oh, walking into a wall of just humidity. I've never, ever felt air that was so dense in my entire life. Like that's what I know about Florida, and that it's alligators and like stereotypes essentially. But that's cool. I would like to go back to Florida though. I did find it very, very nice. And I think you guys have a pretty good governor too. Or I could be mistaken. Oh god, I know it's probably 25 Celsius during the day here. Or 25%. I don't know what that meant, but yeah, 25 C, 25 Celsius. Yeah, right now where I'm at, my weather, it's actually pretty warm right now. It's -4 degrees where I'm at. Like, of course, there's still snow and stuff everywhere, but you walk outside and the air doesn't just hurt your face and give you pain. So we uh, consider that pretty warm this time of year. I know a little while back, probably about a month ago, we had a month of -35 Celsius every day. Like, you just walk out and all you feel is pain and the pain of your vehicle not starting because it's just ridiculously cold. Like, I'm gonna look this up. -35 C to Fahrenheit. So yeah, -31 Fahrenheit for a month straight. Like, it's just hell. So yeah, I would definitely trade you weather right now for sure. Like, I would love to have some warmth. Yeah, I couldn't do that. Yeah, honestly, I can barely do it myself. How you doing, Wody? So this is a success. I didn't think anyone was going to show up to this, and I appreciate both of you guys being here. Honestly, like I would love to turn this into a weekly thing. I think it would be pretty cool. So, do you guys have anything you want to talk about? Any current events, any questions, concerns, feedback on my channel? Like, I'm happy, everything's fair game. So, yeah, whatever you want. Hey, man, love the content. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Is there anything content wise that you guys want to see? Like anything some other ASMR creator has never done, or some grand video, or anything like that? Just chilling. It's been a good month. Oh, yeah, I already read that. You're a great actor in the role plays. They're super funny. Thank you. I appreciate that because I try to make them funny. I really do. And not funny like, oh, I'm a stand up comedian saying a bunch of one liners. Ha ha ha. Like, I try to make it very subtle. So, like, if you know, you know, and you catch on to funny little kind of satirical bits. I definitely try to do that, and so I'm glad that, you're picking up on that. Wody, it's been a busy month. What do you do for work, man, that you're keeping busy with? Or, you don't have to, like, I get that this is a public internet. If you don't wanna expose that, that's fine. But, yeah, I appreciate the, actor comment. I do have some training in acting. Um, I had really good mentors, and I try to make it relatively realistic as much as I can. Something unique to Canada. Your old videos are about currency and snacks. I'm pretty ignorant to Canadian culture. Well, okay. I'll, Let me tell you about Canadian culture if that's what you want to hear. Do you know that it's customary in Canada to remove your shoes when you enter someone's house? Programmer and still learning a lot. Also trying to switch industries. Wow, computer programmer. Is it computer programmer? Wish it was like that in America. Yeah, you know, so many times I've been to house parties and like here I'll Google image this. I'm sure there is like the quintessential Canadian house party is like 100 shoes at the door because everyone takes their shoes off. Like if you were to just walk into someone's house for the first time and leave your shoes on, people would be like, what are you doing? Like that, they would just be shocked at that. It depends. Some people, say, don't worry about your shoes, but like 95% of people, like it's just a cultural custom. You would never walk into someone's house with your shoes on. You take them off right at the door, and that's how it goes. And I know it's not like that in a lot of places in the States. Canadian house party shoes. Yeah, yeah. So, like, here's an example of this. I'm gonna hold it up. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. But yeah, all those pairs of shoes at the door. I thought that was Japan. Um, yeah, it very well could be in Japan as well. I know that in Japan, and I know this from watching other YouTubers that are from Japan, that they have something called a genkang when you walk in, and it's kind of a lowered, like when you walk into someone's house and you have to actually step up out of the main entranceway, and that's where you leave your shoes in a genkang. And we don't have those necessarily, but it is a custom that you take your shoes off. You probably would get your shoes stolen here if you do that. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've never had my shoes stolen from it, but I'm just trying to find a better picture of that. I mean, I think that picture pretty much illustrated it well. Yeah, but yeah, piles and piles and piles of shoes. What's another Canadian custom? Um, You know what? I'm gonna Google this too. I'll talk about some of them. Canadian customs, and it takes me to like airport customs. Canadian language, culture, etiquette, and practices. Polite and friendly. That's debatable. I don't 100% know. Uh, do you guys know that we're bilingual officially? Like, um, everything that is done here has to be in French and English. So if you get on a plane on a Canadian airline and they say, "Oh, welcome everybody. Please make sure your seatbelts are fastened, the oxygen masks, this and that." They say the same person says it and then they stop and then they redo the whole routine speaking French. Like that's just how it's done. Additionally, like let me grab like a product or something and I'll show you like just any old product. Okay, so this could be stupid. Like, I don't even know. Like, this is how much I know about like the US or any other places. This is just so normal to me that I've never even questioned it. But now that I'm looking it up and talking about it, it's like, oh, weird. So I've got some apple juice, and you can see Minute Maid, apple from concentrate, whatever. And then the other side is, you know, French, pomme, 100% jus de pomme, fait de concentrate. Like, you know, so that's everything. Any product you buy in Canada always, always, always must have English and French on it. I met this Canadian guy in the UK and we went to the pub together, and these two crazy English guys said, Hey, are you blokes Americans?" Just made sure to let them know he was Canadian just in case they wanted to kick our ass. It's nice. Yeah, and that's stereotypes, man. Like it really is. Like, but I have heard actually, I don't know what the hate on for America is. I really don't. Like I know some Americans and they've all just been lovely, genuine, kind people. But I've heard that if you are Canadian and you go traveling abroad, wear a shirt with a Canadian flag on it so people know. And, that's unfortunate that America, or would you call it America or the States? I've always said the States, but, yeah, it's unfortunate that you get such a bad rep and you're all just, like, painted with the same negative brush. I don't, necessarily understand that. I think, you know, in general, on a deeper note, like the problem with society in this day and age is that everyone needs to be put into little boxes, and there's no overlap in between the boxes. And painting everyone again with the same brush, and you have to fit into this, or you are this, so therefore this is the opinion I have of you. Whereas I think everyone is unique, everyone is an individual, has their own hopes, dreams, goals, desires, thoughts, opinions, and it's important to respect that and not just assume things about people. Totally agree. Hey, nice. Right on. What else about Canada could I tell you guys? 9 Canadian traditions you should know about. And see, I would know all of these, but I just can't think of them off the top of my head because I just live it, right? Like Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah, we celebrate Thanksgiving on the second Monday of October. And I believe in the States, you guys do it in November, don't you? That's something that you might not know. Ever been to Quebec? Yeah, I have been to Quebec. I have a story I could tell you about that. Um, so yeah, November. Yeah, that's weird, hey? Well, is it? Like, but ours always has been in October that we celebrate it. And yeah, your guys is in November. I wonder why that is. I don't know. But okay, I'll tell you guys the story about Quebec. So I do speak French. Je peux parler en français. But um my friend convinced me to join a program, an exchange program that we would go to Quebec and live in a dormitory of a university for free. Like, you receive this through government grants, so your accommodation, all your food, everything's paid for, but the trade-off is that you have to go to French classes in the university. So, I mean, they're teaching you really basic stuff, like, "My name is Vaughn. Je m'appelle Vaughn." Like, very, very basic, and I just pretended I didn't know French in order to get this free trip out of it. Like, so my friend and I, we drove across Canada. It took us 5 days of about 8 or 9 hours a day driving, and we went, and it was such a good time. This was in 2018, by the way, that we did this. Like, I met so many cool people. There was this bar right by the university called Bistro that we would go to, and it literally was, "Give them $10, here's your glass, unlimited beer the entire night." And this bar had 4 full-sized volleyball courts, like, made of sand outside the bar, and you just go up to the bartender and ask them for a ball, and everyone would get hammered and play volleyball at, like, 1 o'clock in the morning after drinking endless beer for $10. Like, it was a pretty surreal time in my life. Um, but, back to just the trip. Yeah, it was awesome. I faked my way through not knowing French, met some really awesome people, got to experience a lot of the Quebec culture, and that especially, like I was saying earlier, like BC versus Alberta are like different countries. Quebec is like its own completely different country in terms of the culture, the language, everything to do. There are a lot more Frenchies over there. So, yeah, it was really interesting. And a fun kind of fact about the trip, my friend hated driving across Canada so much that while we were there, he listed his car online and sold his car while we were there, and then we flew home. Like, he didn't wanna do the drive that much. Sounds like I need to hit up Quebec. Yeah, man, it was pretty cool. But politically speaking, there's a lot, uh of controversy with Quebec, in Canada. It's called, like, equalization payments. So, a lot of the money taken from the rest of the province's governments and taxes is being given to Quebec, and a lot of people don't like that, and, it's, speculated that through the eyes, like, of the government, Eastern Canada is given much, much, much more priority compared to Mid and Western Canada, and so if you ask a lot of Albertans, people that live in Alberta like me, "What do you think of Quebec?" "Oh, they hate them." Like, "You think Canadians are polite? Ask Albertans what they think of Quebec, and, you'll hear some pretty choice words. My old high school teacher was from Detroit, and he used to pop across the border to drink at 18. Nice. Yeah, our, drinking age, is it 21 in the States, or does it depend on the states? I know here it's 18, and I think in British Columbia it's 19. It has its own jurisdiction there. But yeah, the latest that you're allowed to drink is 19. And honestly, nope, 21 all over, really. So in like California and New York, like it's the same 21. That's wild to me that you could like be in the army, but you can't have a beer. I'm not like talking shit. I'm just think it's like interesting. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I wish I had a beer right now, you know? But that's another question I wanted to ask. Um, Robert, I don't know at this point when you joined, like if you joined in when I was asking questions at the beginning of this, but I would like to, on these live streams, which I continue to plan to do. I'll just have to figure out a schedule with it. Um, like a beer review. I'll try a different beer every time that I do it. But I don't know if I wanna be promoting drinking. Like, there are definitely kids subscribed to me. Like, it's just a fact that there are, and I don't wanna be pushing alcohol. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and get hammered. Like, I would have a beer and review it. But do you think that's appropriate to do? Let me know. I think there's a lag on this chat. Yeah, man, why not? Okay. Yeah. And I'll just put a disclaimer, I guess, like, drink responsibly as I put it down, but that's p I think I'll do that. I'm gonna do that. So, what, for you guys who are watching, when do you think is a good, number 1, day, and number 2, time to live stream? I would love to do it every week for sure. And I mean, it's kinda like, it's not egotistical, like, I don't look at it like, "Hey, look at me, like, I'm worth watching," but I think I make okay content, and I'm doing this mainly as a means of just, like, hanging out with you guys, taking your feedback, answering questions, just chilling, like, this is a great time for me. I'll be right back, but let me know. Alright, let me get my focus back. A little bit blurry here. There we go. Really, whenever is good. I don't always see your vids as soon as they drop, but I get around to them soon after. Pretty sure the live stream gets archived anyways. Yeah, they do get archived. So that's cool. This is not a beer, by the way. This is sparkling water. Okay. See, that's the thing. Like, you know, I'm not even going to go into the antics of YouTube and the algorithm or anything, but um especially with ASMR, when you look up, because, I'll admit it, like, I look up, "How do I make my channel grow?" Or I look at trending ASMR videos and watch other creators, just to see what they're doing, see kinda what works, what improvements can I make to my channel, but by no means copy anyone. Um and there's a lot of speculation specifically about ASMR videos, what time and day you should upload them. And the consensus I've mainly gotten, sorry, is you should upload at 5 p.m. because you catch the after work crowd. And if you upload too late, it doesn't get picked up properly and shown to people. And then if, ASMR is typically, for the most part, people watch it as like a sleep aid and relaxation. So if you upload at 11 a.m., uh, it doesn't get picked up, and it's the way it works. And maybe I don't have to tell you guys this, but the more people that watch, like, and comment, the sooner the video gets released, is the more it pushes it out to other people. So if you put out a sleep aid relaxation video at 11 a.m. when people are working or whatever, and it goes hours without any views, it's less likely to push it out. And I know it sounds like I'm obsessed and crazy with numbers, and I kind of am. Like, I would love to do YouTube full time. I really, really would. That would be super cool. And I'm not even talking like, oh, Mr. Beast money, just enough to like subsidize my income that I could do this like full time. It would be really cool. Yeah, it seems like the old ASMR people are growing and new channels are having more difficulty. I agree with you completely. Like, and again, this just sounds so like egotistical, but I think a lot of my videos are on par creativity wise, quality wise, like right up there with the big dogs, you know? Like my latest video I just put out, Dark Apothecary brews you a love potion. I tried to put a unique twist on that, and, I thought it was great, but, the feed like, I haven't really gotten any feedback. It's been pretty slow, given I have taken a bit of an absence because I've been moving so much and just not tuned in and focused on YouTube. Not moving so much, but moving and unpacking so much, I mean. Hey, we got a 3rd viewer, right on, say hello. Who is it that just tuned in? What's your name? What's your story? The pawn shop video was hilarious? Right on, thanks. Yeah, that one was pretty fun to do as well. Like, I just tried to look like the biggest scumbag ever, and it kinda worked. Do you guys prefer role play videos like that? Like the pawn shop or fortune teller or, um things like that? Or would you rather me like, um, what's an example? Like, I'm planning to build a cold plunge. Like, so I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you prefer like an acting video or just like a product showcase, general discussion, like not scripted video? I love that you took the New York accent, the New York accent. Nice. Right on. Thanks, man. I didn't even know if that was necessarily like a New York accent. I just pictured, "Hey, come on," like, that type of, like, accent. So if that's a New York accent, cool. New York. But yeah, I'm curious to know, which videos are preferred. Like, I'm looking okay, on my countertop, there's ramen noodles. So, if it was a video, "Oh, yeah, making and eating ramen noodles," that's just me turning on the camera and doing something. Whereas the role play videos, there's costumes, there's script, there's green screen, backgrounds, all this. So, I'm just curious as to, what types of videos you guys prefer. I like to do both, personally. I I like to do both, and I like to watch both. So, that's probably the approach I'll take unless there's any opposition. When I'm looking down like this, it's because my camera's way up here and my computer's way down here. So when I'm looking down, I'm just reading what you guys are saying. Oh, we lost the 3rd viewer. That's too bad. Honestly, I like all your vids. You may have a preference. Rooting for your channel to grow. It's at least doubled since I first subscribed, which is nice to see. Hey, right on. Thank you. That's very inspiring, and I'm glad to that you've stuck around and you even care enough to be here right now. And yeah, just the support. I really appreciate it. Definitely. Yeah, it's cool to see how you switch it up a lot. See, I think so, but so I sometimes take my videos and post them in a Reddit, a subreddit that is ASMR community. And people tell me your videos are just like way too random and sporadic. You need to make like if you're an unboxing ASMR channel, like just make videos that are unboxing things. If you're a review channel, like just make videos like your role plays, reviews, this and that. Like what are some of my videos? Like I can't even think of them right now. But people have given me feedback saying that it's way too widespread in terms of the content and topics, and that I need to uh, channel it in. So yeah, I did freeze dried food, scammed by a pawn shop, building a Lego set, 6 triggers to help you sleep, late night thoughts, cutting soap, making and drinking boba, top 10 video games. So I do understand that it is all over the place for sure, but that's kind of how I like it, and I'm gonna try to continue on with that. It's cool to see how you switch. Oh, I already read that. I feel like that was true for the old YouTube. Yeah, definitely. Hey, Robert, I think you tuned in after I asked this initially, but do you think that I should do live streams like this? Or do you think that I should do them in an ASMR fashion, given that I am an ASMR channel? Let me know. And by the way, if you guys have to go or anything, like, don't like just let me know. I won't. Well, I'm not forcing you to be here, but I wouldn't, and I wouldn't keep you from doing what you got to do. Everyone lives busy lives. We're all the main characters in our own stories. I don't mind either way. I'll tune in when I have the time. Cool. Thanks. I appreciate that, man. Well, I'm not just going to sit here in silence. So, oh, let me bounce back to another Canadian thing. Do you have dreams? Do I have dreams? Like, do I dream while I'm sleeping or do I have aspirations? Yeah, some people don't. Dreams like sleeping. Um, Sometimes I have dreams. Um, like weird dreams, like bad things happen to me. Like, and okay, so I have I've made a video about this, like irrational fears, way back on this channel. Excuse me. And so I have chiroptophobia. It's a fear of bats, the flying mammal. And at least 2 or 3 times a month, I have nightmares about bats, uh, that they're crawling on me, flying around me, biting me, that they are living in the walls of my house, making noise, and colonies of bats fly out and get me. So, like, that's, a reoccurring dream of mine for sure. It's pretty unpleasant. Um, I also have this is a weird one, a reoccurring dream that and there's a a deeper side to this that this is uncomfortable. It's awkward, okay, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I have the recurring theme in my dreams that my teeth rot and fall out of my, like, smile, out of my jaw, and I'll wake up and just be, oh, so happy that it's not true. Like, I'm this toothless, rotten, horrible teeth, and, I that occurs in my dreams, and in researching this, like, if you research, "Why am I dreaming that I'm always falling?" or "Why do I dream that I'm getting shot in my dreams?" A lot of these topics in dreams, they say, the experts, like, it's your subconscious, like, your insecurities or things that you worry about are presenting themselves in that way in your dreams. So, I've looked this up and, depending on where you look, they say different things, but they say that if you dream that your teeth are falling out, it means that you're sexually repressed. Which I don't think I am. Like, it's just such a awkward, uncomfortable thing. Like, I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Not sure how you feel about it, but you might consider doing a vid or two in French. That could add a little something unique to your channel. Yeah, uh, I could maybe do that. Peut-être, perhaps. Peut-être que je peux parler en français. Perhaps I could speak in French. I don't know. But I'm gonna make a note of that in my ASMR video notes. That's a good idea. So, yeah, what do you think of those dreams, Wody? I don't speak French, so whatever you say sounds good, I guess. Oh, yeah. I used to have n I used to have naked going to school recurring dreams, and it would feel so weird, and I looked it up, and the explanation wasn't what I was experiencing either. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, I j but I like the nightmare dreams. I'm a big horror movie fan. Oh, I hate horror movies, man. Oh, like, the world's dark enough as it is, like, I prefer to think happy things, you know? And, yeah, like, when I watch horror movies, it almost, like, scars me. I just think, "Oh, what if that were to happen?" I hate it. But, what were we saying? Oh, yeah, the naked going to school dreams, that sucks. But, yeah, I definitely don't dream every night, but when I do dream, it's really intense. And, I'll wake up and, oh, think about the dream that I had all day. So probably a couple of times a month, but it's almost always bad stuff happens to me. It's never happy, nice, good dreams. Like, it's always bad. One sec. I'm just gonna kill this light. It's no difference to you guys, but I had a light on in my kitchen. But that's a good question. Do you have dreams? I'm trying to think if I have had any other ones that were really crazy. Oh, Robert. My dreams nowadays are usually me at work or some monotonous task. That's brutal, man. Oh, for a little while, dreamed that I could fly. Not that that's so out of the ordinary. I mean, I think a lot of people dream that, but I just was so happy and just like amazed that I could fly. And then anytime in the dream I tried to show someone that I could fly, I couldn't do it. So that was really frustrating. Robert, like the ending of AHS Coven. What oh, hey, what did I do today? I worked today. Um, what else did I do? Oh, I dehydrated some bananas and got yelled at. Yeah, like crazy. That was so scary. Like I was shaking when I got home. But yeah, I got a dehydrator in an effort to like avoid like potato chips. And my plan was to make healthy chips like carrot or broccoli chips and things like that. So I put in here, I'll grab you some, I'll show you some banana chips. Here, I just made these. I don't know if it'll focus in. It won't, but banana chips. Oh, there we go. Very tasty. Oh, you have a dehydrator too? Nice. But takes so long. Yeah, I made these. I cut up 5 bananas and put them in the trays, and then I just put it on overnight while I was sleeping and while I was working a little bit today. And I came back, and that's what they are. They're delicious. But what about you? What did you do today, Wody? So yeah, I worked and finished up this batch here. I did a little bit of tidying up. Went over to my girl's house, came back, walked into the wrong apartment, got threatened and yelled at. mm, banana chip, 10 out of 10. Work, errands, bunch of other random stuff. Right on. What do you like to do? It's snowing there right now. Is that a question? It isn't snowing. Like snow isn't falling at the moment, but there's lots of snow around. I would take my camera and go show you outside my window, but I have to like this is not a webcam that I'm using, and I'm hoping that this looks good because it's my actual main camera that I have plugged into my computer, so I can't unplug it, and and the cord is so short. Even if I try to turn it around, it'll unplug and end the stream. But yeah, not snowing right now. It's pretty warm, like -4, -5 Celsius. Oh wow, really warm. Is that some sarcasm I'm detecting? Not. Yeah. But Robert, like I was saying earlier, like less than a month ago, it was -35 Celsius or -31 Fahrenheit every day for a month, like without fail. It even dropped to -40. So when you go through a month of that, this -4, 5 just feels like paradise. Oh, it's nice. You can walk outside and not just be in pain. Yeah, that was sarcasm. What do you guys like to do when you're not working? Oh, there we go. I love skating, working out, and mainly trying new things. I get bored easily, so anything that keeps me up and adrenaline rush activities. Right on. That's very similar to me. I almost certainly have undiagnosed ADHD. according to everyone in my life because I get hyper fixated on particular things and activities like painting, pottery, cooking, vitamins and minerals, fossils and geology, archery, stone carving, things like that. And I'll buy all the stuff that you need for it. And this is my calling. And for 2 weeks, I'm just hyper focused. That's all I can think about. And then after that 2 weeks, like it just whoop, gone from my mind. And I never think about it again. And I'm already on to the next thing. So I very rarely get bored. And I'm often pursuing all kinds of different hobbies and things like that. I'm big into traveling. Somehow I haven't made it to Canada yet. Technically, I've seen it from Buffalo, New York, but didn't have my passport. That's too bad. I've haven't done a ton of traveling myself. I've been to Florida. I've been to Mexico one time, and I've been to China as well. So that's kind of the three places that I've traveled to. But I do long to do a lot more traveling. I think it would be really fun. Just the excitement of not knowing what to expect out of your day and everything is new and you're just in awe of everything is awesome. Where's your favorite place you've traveled, Robert? Hey, we got a third viewer. Say hello in the chat. Holy, China is really random, dude. How did you end up there? That's a whole nother story in itself. So if you, oh, our third viewer left. Um, if you have a minute, I'll tell you the story. So when I was in high school, I was in the drama and musical theater program. That's kind of where I got my start in acting a little bit. And what the program was doing, they were doing a New York trip to go see some Broadway shows as a class. Trip to New York. Cool. So there were three drama teachers that taught at my high school. And one of them really didn't like me. And I'm not just saying that, like, he hated me and just straight up told me that I don't like you before. So, um, Friday was coming up and they said, okay, everyone, we want you to bring your deposits for the trip, which was $500. Bring your deposits for the New York trip on Friday. We don't want them on Thursday. We don't want them on Wednesday. We don't want them on Monday. We want them all collected, same time, same place on Friday. So easy enough. I'm in 11th grade. And that night, Thursday night, I talked to my parents. They're on board. They gave me the check made out to my high school $500. Great. All of a sudden, it snows like crazy that night. I mean, I'm talking, a foot and a half, probably more, probably like 2.5 feet of snow. And the school buses are not running. And by the time I wake up, my parents are already both gone to work. Like my dad at the time drove a huge, big monster truck that gets through the snow like nothing and took my stepmom to work. So they're gone, they're fine. But for me, I'm stranded with no bus. So I'm sitting there, oh no, this down payment has to go in today. And I called my school and I just told them the situation. Hey, I got this deposit for the trip and they said they wanted it today and I can't make it because I can't get to school. There's no buses running. And they said, okay, calm down. We're getting so many of these calls today. No problem at all. The drama department is aware of this. Uh, it's going to be absolutely no problem. Bring your check in on Monday, and there are several people doing this, so don't worry." And I'm like, "Cool." So I show up on Monday and go to the drama department, and this guy's name was Mr. Frank. And I said, "Hey, Mr. Frank, I got my," and he stuck his hand in my face and said, "Absolutely not. Do not want to hear it. You are not coming on this trip. End of story." And walked away. And I was really, really bummed out. As you can imagine, like I was really looking forward to this trip. So lunchtime came around and I'm kind of sulking around the hallway and I saw a uh, poster that said China meeting, Monday at, if it was 11:30, like lunch. I said China meeting, and I went and looked in, and I had a couple of friends in there actually that I didn't even know were interested in this trip, and I asked them, "What's the deal? Like, is there space on this trip?" They said, "Well, we collected deposits last week, but, if you were able to get us your $500 deposit today, we could probably squeeze you in on the trip." And I'm like, "Done. Here you go. $500 check made out to my high school just like that." And so I went on the trip, made incremental payments. Later in the year, it happened. We flew to Beijing, checked out the Emperor's Temple, Tiananmen Square, like a huge silk factory with people pulling silk out of silkworms. The Olympic site. I don't know if I said that, from the Beijing Olympics. Then we got on a train, went to Xi'an, China's former capital. And that was cool because we had a tour guide that said, "Oh, yeah, you see that 7-Eleven right there? Yeah, that building's 1,800 years old." And I was like, whoa, like it's a really old place, and the entire city is surrounded by a wall. Not the Great Wall, but a wall. And then we took a flight to Shanghai. So we got to see all different kind of aspects of China, three completely different, I guess you'd call them provinces or cities. I'm not 100% sure, but it was the trip of a lifetime. I was like so pleased to have even gone there. And with a couple of my buddies, I was gone for 18 days in China. I love that it cost the same to go to China as it did New York. Yeah, right. No kidding. But I look at it now, like if I wanted to go to New York, and I do, I could just go and figure things out pretty well. But if I decided I want to go to China, what a nightmare that would be. Like, first of all, the language barrier, but figuring out how to get places, where things are, accommodation, hotel, tickets for things, all that, you know this was just every single day was planned out for me. You go to the Great Wall of China on this day. Here's your admission pass. We're getting on the bus at this time. That's taking us here. We're transferring here, and that'll take us to the wall. Like, I could never do that on my own, or it would take some serious, serious planning. So, this whole like teacher hating me thing is kind of a blessing in disguise. I was really happy to go to China. Oh, and the $500 was just a deposit. I think it ended up costing a total of like 2,700, but even that is like such a good deal. You definitely got a better deal. Yeah, I think so for sure. The Great Wall was cool, except, you think you're going to the Great Wall, and it's this ancient wonder of the world, and, I'm standing where the soldiers stood, but when you go there, it's like an amusement park almost, like, "Oh, pull up to the parking lot and go and get your admission ticket and pay to go walk up it," and there's tons of people there, like, walking it, and, people taking pictures and this and that and blah, 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 like, it was not at all what I thought it would be. It was very much like tourist trap kinda, attraction, but it wasn't like, it was still like, "Wow, I'm on the Great Wall of China. This is really cool." That must have been a crazy long flight. Yeah, it was 13 hours. Pretty long. Those banana chips are good. But on flights like that, they give you a meal and everything, like, I don't know how good of quality the meal is really, but I think they gave you, like, some meat and vegetables and stuff, so it was enough. Like, the worst thing was just the back pain that came from it, honestly. Oh, and you know what else? When I was in China, they told us, and this is, mind you, like, a decade or more before COVID and the pandemic, right? But they told us, "Bring a face mask because in Xi'an, the city, um, there is so much pollution and you don't wanna be breathing that in, so bring yourself a mask to filter that out." And at the time, I was like, "Pff, like, I'm not bringing a mask, like, I'll be fine, believe me," like, I'm not some wimp, like, I'll be great. But the air was so bad there that it got to the point where, like, if you've ever had strep throat or, like, a really bad cold, my throat hurt that much just from breathing the air. There was the bus that we were on had an air filtration system in it that we used to go around the city, and when they were showing us, whatever attraction it was, the last half of the day, I was like, "No, I can't get off this bus. Like, I need the purified air." Like, my throat is absolutely burning, like, on fire. Like, it was brutal. So, yeah, when you hear about the, air quality in China, it's no joke. It was crazy. Like, it was such a blessing to get off the plane and get back to the crisp Canadian air. Like, wow. All right, bro. I gotta log off. I'm putting off sleep for a while now. Keep up the content. I'll be watching. Thank you, Robert. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. And have a good night. And we'll see you again. You still with me, Wody? Yeah, right on. So, any other pressing topics of conversation that you have? I like the question about the dreams. I like the food content. I like making food content. But the thing is that there's so many people that are absolutely disgusted. I do not want to hear like food sounds and chewing and mouth sounds. A lot of people just absolutely hate it. So that's why I'm kind of trying to keep it diversified, I guess, and not just flood it with food content. 333 subscribers, it's a cool number. Yeah, it is kind of a cool number, hey? I like it. What time is it where you live right now, Wody? I'm curious about that. All the different time zones and all that. 9:44. Oh, it's 10:44 here. Cool. So let me share with you some of the video ideas that I have, and let me know what you think. I'm in the process of editing a video right now that is my scars and the stories behind them. I have a lot of scars on my body, and every one of them has a story. So I thought that was kind of a fun, chill out, listen to some stories about how I got all these scars type of video. So I've definitely got that. I'm in the process of editing that. Um, Here's kind of a fun one that I thought about doing, and it's kind of whack, like out there, but reviewing a book that I've never read. And I'll give you an example of that. You seem chill as F. Hey, thanks, Jacob. I appreciate that. Right on. Are you a viewer of mine, or are you new? And I don't mean to be offensive to you. I'm just curious. Did you happen to just stumble in here, or is this something that you were looking for? Um, oh yeah, reviewing a book I've never read. So I have decent like improvisational skills from my years in drama. So if I were to pick up a book and almost like a role play, like I'm reviewing a book that I have no idea what it's about, but almost trying to convince you that it's good. So like this book has just tremendous character development. Everything from the main character to the side, and the relationship that they have is just so strong. And there are highs, there are lows, there are good times and bad times, and that really paves the way of their relationship and keeps you hooked along. Like, what is going to happen between them? Like, I just pulled that out of my ass. Like, I'm not talking about any book, but I was gonna do like a really long, in-depth review of a book I've never read, and just see if it's like accurate. Just scrolling and saw you, man. All good. I'm smoking, and this is chill. Hey, right on, man. That's awesome. I appreciate you being here. I make ASMR videos. Not right now. This is my first live stream ever, but, yeah, if you ever need to chill out before bed or escape the troubles of everyday life, I have a video of pretty much every subject at this, well, not every subject, but subjects of many different, nature. I have role plays, I have reviews, I have a series called Late Night Thoughts, where I just go on kinda rambles about different things. So yeah, huge ASMR fan. Cool, cool, man. Well, check out some of my videos after this live stream. I think, going all the way back to the first ones I posted, I try to put a lot of effort into them. And yeah, maybe you'll like them. So cool, right on. Okay, another video. Oh, Wody. This is what I wanted. Like, when I hit the threshold, or not the threshold, I guess the achievement of 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna make a video. So if you look back, I have a video where I took a picky eater test because I'm a really picky eater and I'm not proud of it. I'm ashamed of it. But um, what I wanna do is take everything from that list and make just a spread of foods that I absolutely hate, and that'll be my 1,000 subscriber celebration, is just suffering for your pleasure by eating foods that I hate. That was, my idea. That's on my list of potential ASMR videos to make. Um So yeah, that's on the list. I have access to sensory deprivation tanks. Um, If you don't know what those are, it's a pool of water in a pod that seals up and it's pitch black, dead silent. The water is body temperature and it's so rich with salt and minerals that you just stay completely buoyant on the top of the water, and it's used for meditation and isolation purposes. And I figured maybe I would go into one of those and just kind of make a vlog about it, ASMR style, and review it and talk about it in a little bit more detail. I've been thinking about doing that for the past few months. Thinking about doing which? I know I just said a bunch of stuff. So, what are you thinking about doing for the past few months? Oh, the deprivation tank. Yeah, yeah, they're pretty cool. I do it all the time. I actually, like, have them at my work, and I'm really close with the owner, so, I do it all the time for free, and I'm not bragging, I'm just saying so I have the ability to go in there and film, you know, and be undisturbed while I do that. What, at your job, dude? That's so cool. Yeah, it is cool. I wonder if I have a picture of the pods on my phone. You see, Wody, I'm a massage therapist. That is my career. That's what I do. And so the clinic that I work in, we have sensory deprivation tanks, we have infrared saunas, we offer massage, um, all kinds of different like health and wellness modalities. Yeah, I don't think I have a picture of the pods, the float pods, or the sensory deprivation tanks, but they're cool. Um, That's awesome. Jaden. Hi, Jaden. Yeah, like here's an example of like the exact pods that I have at my work. I was thinking about that job too because it seems really relaxing. It can be relaxing. It can also be very labor intensive. Um, I could say a lot about massage therapy. There are definitely a lot of pros and a lot of cons, but I love what I do for work and I can't see myself doing anything else. But when you get, a day full of like gym bros coming in that are just huge and rock hard muscles, and they say, like, I want deep tissue, like work on my back only, like you're just driving your elbows into people and sweating and wearing yourself out, and they say, yeah, you can go deeper if you want. It's like, oh man. And I'm a reasonably big guy, like I'm definitely not a little guy. I think I'm above average height. I'm not 100% sure what the average even is, but yeah, there's no mental stress ever, but you pay for that with physical stress when it comes to massage therapy for sure. But, oh yeah, man, I didn't consider the gym bros. Oh yeah, like, and a lot of people come in, like, you think you're just giving, relaxation, but no, like, your arms, your wrists, they get inflamed and tired and sore, and your back from standing all day. If you do like 6.5 hours, 7 hours of massage in a day, like, it definitely takes a physical toll on you for sure. But another positive is like you get to meet so many different people. You might get 18-year-old Chad that came from the gym, and you get 80-year-old Doris right afterwards. You get all walks of life, and you get to have some really interesting conversations with people. And I don't know if it's the vulnerability of being like on the table or if it's the sense of physical touch. But a lot of the times, complete strangers that you've just met really confide in you and open up in ways that you can't imagine. So, someone you just met, says, "Oh, I'm going through this spiritual journey that I'm trying to discover the deeper meaning of life." Or I've had people say, "Oh, I'm cheating on my husband and I don't know what to do. What do you think?" And here I am like, "Oh, sorry, what was your name again?" Like, "Kathy?" "Oh, yeah." Like, people just open up to you in a way that is very unique and interesting. And, I'm sure you can tell by my channel and especially in my late night thoughts videos, like I live for talking about the deeper things, the meaning of things, conversations that break through the surface level and have some real substance to them. So it's the perfect job for me, career, it really is. But yeah, so for an ASMR video, I definitely wanna do the sensory deprivation tank. I think it would be cool. Yeah, I thought it would just be the older women. I used to talk a lot, but I don't have much to say nowadays. I just like listening to people talk and be relaxed with me. That's like, you and I are alike in several ways because I tend to wanna sit and listen to people talk too. Like, if I'm at a party, I love going to parties, I really do, but I will be that guy, like, unless I've had too many drinks, then I become, the bar star and, all eyes on me and make a fool out of myself. But in general, like, I like to, people watch, like, sit, just listen to what people are saying, observe them, and mentally partake in the conversation, even if I'm not physically and audibly speaking. And people ask, "Oh, why are you so quiet? Are you having a good time? Are you having fun?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm having fun. This is awesome. Like, you guys just do you." Is it annoying to type on this stream or just any stream in general? Like, to listen to me talk and type a response, is it, like, annoying or inconvenient? I wanna know that as well. I gotta get some more of these banana chips, man. Ugh. Yes, that's why I don't watch Twitch. I'm sorry. That is annoying to type. I wish there were, some other way, but at this point, I don't think so. Yeah, I've never watched a Twitch stream either, ever. Um, like I was saying at, one point, it's not your fault. I just type all day at work. Yeah, I guess so, eh? Like, the last thing you wanna do is, come and be on the computer or phone and type all day, or all night as well as all day. I understand that. But I still don't mind. No, thank you. Like I say, I'm just grateful that you're even here. And I'm not just saying that, like, you specifically. I know that you've watched me for a while, and I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. Hmm. Well, I think it's just us at this point. So, what do you think? Do you think we should end it? Do you have anything that I'll sit here all night? I don't care. As long as my camera battery is actually getting kind of low. So if it cuts out for no reason, it's because it died. Um, what else could I talk about? Dude, I'm just vibing, no pressure. All right, cool. Right on. I'm just gonna eat another chip here as I think of something else to say. See, I kind of envisioned this live stream, not this one in particular, just in um, general moving forward with the live streams to be formatted more as like a show. So I have different segments on the show. So we open up this segment as a Q&A, ask me anything or what's on your mind. And then we open up the next segment as like a snack or food or drink review in the stream. And you know what I mean? Like having separate actual segments, so it's not as much of a stream as it is a live show, but I haven't gotten all the technical aspects of that ironed out, obviously, this being my first stream. Ashton Adams, what's up? How's it going? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We've covered a lot in this stream, but you know, if you have anything of interest that you want to talk about or for me to talk about, questions, concerns, suggestions, I'm more than happy to hear it. Because Ashton, when did you join my channel or subscribe to me? It was a few months ago, wasn't it? Don't be shy. Leave a comment. Let's chat. Yeah, first video I got was your giveaway video, then watch the rest of your channel. Cool, cool. And what do you think of the channel? I mean, really what I'm asking is first of all, do you prefer role play videos or just the other type of videos where I'm just like chilling, checking something out, trying something, taste test, review, doing something new? So I would call that other videos or role plays. Do you have a preference on what you like to see? I prefer the other videos. They're super good. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. I do try to put a lot of time and effort into it, so it's nice to see that pays not pays off, but that you enjoy the content. So I really appreciate that. Lots more coming soon. I said earlier in this stream that I've been pretty inactive lately because I moved, like, my physical location where I live, and, it's just been a lot of packing, unpacking, organizing, setting up, uh, etcetera, and, I wanna share my space with you guys. Once it's all packed up and totally set up, I want to, do, like, a chill house tour, type of video. YouTube should recommend your videos to more people. I like your videos a lot better than a lot of the popular ones I've seen. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I actually tend to agree. Same, Ashton. Thank you guys. That's so nice. The internet can be a ruthless place. People can be real jerks. I don't know if it's the removal of the face-to-face contact, but I've definitely had people just unleash on me online. So it's really nice to see that this is being met with positivity, and I really appreciate you guys. That's awesome. So Ashton, tell me a little bit about you. Where are you from? What do you like to do? See, I think there's a little bit of a lag in this. Honestly, I live in the USA. I play lacrosse. Cool. Did you know lacrosse is the national sport of Canada, or Canada's official sport? Everyone thinks it's hockey, but lacrosse is Canada's national sport. Do I play sports? I don't play sports. I have really, really super, super bad knees. I've had all kinds of surgeries, reconstructive surgeries. All my ligaments in my right knee, all of them are replaced with body donor parts. So I'm not even 100% Vaughn. Like I'm freaking not cyborg, but I have other people's parts in me. And as a result of all these injuries and whatnot, I got pretty unstable knees. I can't run, and I probably never will again in my life. But prior to this, I played football for 1 year in high school, and, I never played on any teams or anything, but I would kick a soccer ball around, or, if there's a baseball and a mitt, I'll throw it, you know? Yeah, I've played a lot of Canadian teams in tournaments. They're always really crazy good. Yeah. And that's really unfortunate. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Keep your eye out for my literal next video. Um, it's interesting that this just came up in conversation because my next video is my scars and the stories behind them. And it's not like a sob story video, like it's lighthearted, just kick back, chill. Like I have scars all over my body, and I'm just telling the stories about how I got them, and the specific details of my knees are going to be in that. The video's almost done. Sounds good. Yeah, right on. If you're interested, you don't have to. I would never want to force you to watch anything, but it should be a good one. I like it a lot. And so you live in the USA. So everyone that's watched this stream has been from the USA. That's interesting. At least as far as I know. Um, And, if you go into the YouTube analytics, you can see where people are from that they're watching, and I have a huge portion of my viewers are from the United States. So that's interesting. See, I feel like you've missed so much of this stream. Like, ask Wody here. We've covered so many different topics, and we've talked about dreams, we've talked about my work, we've talked about what else? Talked about Canada lots and cultural customs. So this will be archived on the channel. So if I'm just no, you're not compelled to do this, but if you do want to catch up on the conversation or just see what was missed, this will be archived on the channel and you can check it out anytime you like. I'll definitely watch. Cool. Right on. Man, I'm so hungry, but the problem is like I haven't really stocked my fridge and pantry with a ton of stuff yet because I am in a new place. Like I've been here less than a week and I don't really have much food to make, and I am kind of starving. So I don't know what I'm gonna do at this point. What are you gonna dehydrate next? Beef jerky. That was my plan. There's a butcher close to where I live, and so I was gonna go, yeah, grab a piece, and what I was told is that it has to be a piece with very little fat in it because it doesn't dehydrate well. So a nice chunk of meat with very little fat, slice it up nice and thin, marinate it overnight, and then dehydrate some beef jerky. You know, I have to go. I'll tune into the next live though. Cool, Ashton. Thank you for being here. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Have you ever made beef jerky, Wody? And for those of you guys who are watching this archived version, I'm sorry for all the pauses, but I think there's a delay in what I'm saying versus the responses that these lovely viewers are giving me. So I don't mean to just sit here and look at my screen in silence, but that's kind of what we're dealing with at this point, which is fine. It all works. So yeah, beef jerky, definitely. Or turkey. Or can you even make chicken jerky? I don't know. I want to try to make beef jerky too, but I have a freeze dryer. Oh, so you freeze dry foods. That's cool. Like I did a video on a freeze dried ice cream sandwich one time. It's super bizarre, like eating freeze dried ice cream. Like you get that rich creaminess, but without the cold and creaminess. Like it almost melts in your mouth. Super cool. So that's awesome. I watched it and the MRE. It would be so oh, I wanna make beef jerky too. Oh, yeah, freeze-dried beef jerky would be, like, crazy, like chewing on glass or something. Was the MRE freeze-dried too? Yes, that was. I think it was freeze-dried. It dehydrated at the very least, but very, very light, like, holding the bag, it didn't feel like anything, and then, when it got, I guess, rehydrated, yeah, it was super, like, dense and thick and heavy, and again, like, you saw the video, it tasted so good, like, I couldn't believe it. I'm super into those, and I wanna continue to do them. I wanna get some of the official United, or not United States, but the official military issue ones that I kinda clickbaited in the thumbnail. The ones that have, like, snacks and drinks and this and that are issued to the military. I just put that in the thumbnail just so there wasn't any confusion, because obviously that when you think MRE, you think like, you don't really think of that bag, you think of those military issued ones. So that's why that was, but I wanna order a couple of those and do, like, a chill sesh, try those, even live stream it, who knows? No, I won't live stream that, that'll be a separate video, but yeah. Just gonna crack my back here. Oh, that was a good one. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna go for another 10 minutes. We'll make it a solid 2-hour, live stream for today, and, hmm, I am going to, what I think I'm gonna do is I kinda like this 9 o'clock start because it's chill. Well, it's 9 o'clock for me. Like, I started this, geez, I can't even talk. I started this at what time? Like 9:25 or something. So if I said I wanna start at 9 o'clock every, Wednesday or whatever, I'll announce that in my main channel video, or not main channel, geez. In my videos, I'll put a little text post saying, "Hey, join in on the live at this time." And maybe even in my channel banner on my YouTube channel, I'll put live streams every Wednesday at 9 or whatever. Jacob Puckett, hello. Good to hear from you. Yeah, it doesn't feel like 2 hours. It definitely doesn't, but Wody, they say, time flies when you're having fun. And I don't know how entertaining it's been for you, but I've certainly had a good time chatting with you and everyone that's been here. It's awesome. And that's why I want to continue to do it for sure. Jacob, hope you're doing well. Hope you found a use for that Amazon Canadian gift card that you won. I apologize again for that. I'm still looking. Oh, man. I'm sorry. You know what? Uh, there's no way we can resolve this because you guys have Venmo or whatever it is in the States. Like, we don't have that here. We have a e-transfer. So I don't know if I can I'm still willing, still to send you the proper thing. That was so unfortunate that for those of you guys who are watching this or it's archived, Jacob won a giveaway that I did, a comment giveaway for an Amazon gift card. And I got him a gift card accidentally Canadian that he can't spend because he's not in Canada. So the pains of being American, it's all good. All right. Well, I appreciate your kindness and thanks for being here. So I want to ask you a couple of questions if you're willing to answer that or answer them about live streaming. I've asked everyone in this, so whoever's here, sorry to ask the same things over and over again, but I just want as much feedback as I can get. And the questions are, do you think these live streams I should be talking like this in the ASMR cadence? Or do you think it's okay for me to just talk in my normal voice cadence? The consensus so far has been it's variety, it's something different, and it's just more authentic for me to talk how I would talk to you if you're face to face. And it feels more natural for me. But if you think I should be like ASMR live streaming, I'm happy to take that into consideration. And then my other question is, in terms of the content that's being on this channel, do you prefer role play videos or do you prefer all the other ones, the food reviews, the rants, the talks, the other topics? I want to know that as well. And it says there's 4 people watching. Who else is here? Make yourself known if you, like. My vote is normal voice. If it were me, it would feel awkward having a conversation with the chat in a whisper voice, but that's just me. To be honest, your voice is already pretty naturally soft anyways, it seems. Yeah, my voice has actually gotten me into trouble before, believe it or not, because obviously it's very monotone, like it lacks a lot of inflection, I guess is what I've been told before. And in my head, I'm speaking to you right now so excited, like so excited, trying to bring a lot of life and energy to it, but my voice does not reflect that. And that's something that I'm trying to work on, but it's always been that way. And here's a quick little anecdote for you. But I appreciate your compliment that my voice is naturally soft. But when I was in university, um, I was in this study group with some people in my class, and it was all over the place. People were saying, let's do chapter 2. No, 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 we need to read ahead into chapter 3. Oh, no, we need to start with this and go. Like, it was just chaos, chaos ASMR. But it was just a mess, and no one was on the same page. So this one guy took charge and he stood up and went to the whiteboard in this room that we were in. And he said, "Okay, this needs structure, this needs order. So we are going to start with chapter 2, and we're going to start on this page of the textbook. Let's go." And we'll all follow along with it. And I said to him exactly this in this way, sincerely. If his name, let's just say it was John. And I said, "Wow, John, that's really awesome of you to take the initiative. Good for you, keeping us on course here." And put him, like, that rubbed him the wrong way. Like, he's all of a sudden going to everyone, telling them what a piece of shit I am, that I'm sarcastic and I'm not helping the situation at all. And I even heard from some people like he wanted to fight me to teach me a lesson. Like, all this, like, it had nothing to do with anything. I was being completely sincere, but because it was, I guess, just the monotone nature of my voice, that he thought I was being rude and disrespectful or sarcastic to him. But in terms of my normal voice, I think I do want to do these streams in my normal voice for sure. Yeah, and plus whispering and speaking very softly like this, it takes work. It's actually kind of exhausting to do, like, not mentally, but physically, like regulating your lungs and how much air you're putting out, really being mindful of your enunciation and stressing certain syllables. It can be tiring. See, the problem with this live, I liked your song Highway Connection. Hey, wow, you've listened to my music? Thanks, man. I actually have a live show coming up right away. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my throat would be insanely hoarse after recording one ASMR video. Yeah, yeah, it, but I've learned to be conditioned to it for sure. But even now, like, I could talk like this. It's a little bit quieter and yeah, like a little bit more soothing perhaps. So Wody, yeah, that's really cool that you've listened to my song. Um, yeah, I have a live show coming up right away. Do you have a side channel for music? Um, Let me see if I can post it. So I don't run this channel. I don't even know who runs it, and it looks pretty pathetic. Like, my album has just about 1,000 streams on Spotify. But that's where, when we put it out, my producer and I, we, pushed everyone to Spotify and didn't push anyone to YouTube, so it looks like, "Oh, what weak numbers, like 7 views, this and that," and not that it's about numbers, but, we're more popular than it appears. So I'm gonna find, the channel. I don't even know who uploads it or how it goes. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna get a link to this video, and then the rest of our songs, our album, I think our whole album is on this channel. So you can check that out if you're interested. I just posted the song that Wody said he liked. And then, like, that's a really soft song, to be honest with you. So this album that I made, there are some hard songs on here, like real bangers and slappers. So don't think that it's just, oh, a softy album. You know, um there's a lot of variety within the album itself. Uh, like oh, what? My favorite song of ours, oh, no, it's on here. I'm gonna post a link to that too, if you're interested. It's called Autopilot. So, yeah, right on. Can't listen without skim the first one, though. Sounds really sick. Thanks, man. Check it out whenever you want. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, I think Amazon Music too, pretty much. We go through like a digital distributor, so it should be like, unless I'm getting robbed, should be on like all streaming platforms as well, and then on YouTube for those who don't have it. So, oh yeah, I was talking about I have a live show coming up. It's interesting. A client of mine, I was in a really long session with her, 90 minutes, and we were talking about music. And I told her I make music. This was about a month ago. And then she reached out to me on Facebook. And oh, so in the session with her, she asked me to hear some of my music. And I just said, "Hey, oh, sorry if anyone has an Alexa on, but hey, Alexa, play, Humidex." And it played a song and she loved it. And she asked me to listen to the entire album. And she's in digital marketing. And she recently, just a few days ago, reached out to me saying, "Hey, would you be willing to perform at this like conference seminar, this digital marketing event? There'll be like hundreds of people there, and we're looking for local artists for like the entertainment segment." And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." So we're doing it. It's going to be in April, and I'm pretty excited about that. That'll be my first performance as this band or artist. Like I've performed and been a part of other groups and productions and acting and all that. But yeah, this will be the first time performing these songs that I've posted in here. So it'll be cool. Maybe I'll try to take some B-roll footage of that and maybe just throw it on here if you guys are interested in how that goes in April. Congrats. That sounds so exciting. Yeah, thanks. I'm really excited. She asked me, "How much do you charge? How much would you charge to perform?" And let me ask you this, there's 2 of us, there's myself and my producer slash background, vocalist. We've never performed live, the 2 of us together, and now we're going to perform at this event. What would you charge this company to perform? It's a good idea, you should for sure do the B-roll. Cool. Yeah. Or I could even, but see, oh, this is where it comes in. I could get a couple of people to film our whole performance from different angles, and I can take those clips and sync them with the original songs. So you see me performing it, but it sounds really good because it's the original song, like a music video type thing. I would be perfectly willing to do that. But does that belong on an ASMR channel? I don't know. You guys will have to tell me. Maybe I'll make a video talking about my album and my songwriting process and how it came to be, and then throw that in there. I'm going to add that to my ASMR videos notes. Making my album and music. I'll say performance footage. Performance footage. Look at this. This is so productive. Oh, I said I was going to go for 2 hours, but we're a little bit over, but whatever. I'm having a great time. Yeah, you could do an ASMR video telling the story of how it all played out and then plug some of the footage or something like that. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I think I'll do that for sure. Like our kind of shtick, like we wear track suits Well, we're going to, like, in any promotional photos or anything we've taken, we've worn, like, full track suits from, like, the '90s, and, yeah, like, so that's gonna be our aesthetic on stage with probably some big, loud sunglasses on or something, just as kinda our thing. Woody, after I got yelled at by that guy, I immediately emailed my landlord and just said, "Hey, expect to get calls reporting me as a suspicious person and perhaps for the police to show up." And she just responded to me. She said, "Sorry, I just saw this. Do you remember which building? Your key should only access your building and the main office. I can speak to the person who yelled at you and explain. If the key opened another building, I will need to get you one that is not able to open any other ones. Thanks for letting me know. Things happen. It was an honest mistake." So like, that's some relief that I'm not immediately getting evicted. Um, what color suit will you have? Um, I'll show you. Like, you might look at this and think sick, but you might think, like, cringe too, but that's kinda the idea. Like, it's supposed to be cool and cringy at the same time. Let me see. Like, something very similar to this is, like, what I'll perform in. And then I wear like, for performance, I'm going to wear, like, my kinda signature. Love the colors, very bowling alley type vibe. Yeah, man. That's what we wanna do because we wanna, like, it looks good. Thanks. Yeah, the vibe of your album cover, it makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Like, we're trying to be like, I don't wanna just go on the stage and rap and sing and just stand there. Like, I wanna orchestrate, like, some showmanship in it, and if we're in kinda not matching, but a similar aesthetic, similar vibe, like, set the stage with a particular vibe and, things like that. We actually used to have a merch store too, where you could buy. I wonder if, we still have that. We were thinking about making our own track suits. Let me text my producer and ask him, "Do we still have a merch store?" Because we put out, like, T-shirts and hoodies and stuff, but we were thinking if at some point we ever popped off, that we would make, like, Humidex branded tracksuits. Like, we thought that would be really cool. Oh, what was I saying before? Oh, I was talking about my glasses. So I'm known by my peers, friends, family. I really like wearing like red lens sunglasses. It's just my thing, rose colored glasses. I really like them. And that I'm going to wear them alongside the tracksuit. And then my producer has um, like yellow lens. So it'll be red and yellow lensed glasses in um, tracksuits. Oh, yeah. So this is kind of a cringe picture, but I took this for a thumbnail on another project that I was working on, but just so you can see the glasses, like, those are the glasses that I wear all the time, like, out in public, everywhere. So, yeah, that's gonna be the vibe for the performance. See, I wanna know about this chat. If you go to watch the archived version of this, will you be able to see, like, all of your guys' comments on the screen? Like, okay, I'm Joe Blow, and oh, Chaos ASMR did a live stream. Let's see. Oh, he's answering questions. Can I see those questions as they're asked on the screen? The tin makes everything look nice. I love those, and the sunset will look great in those. Yes, I think you will. Yeah, I think so. Okay. I hope so, because I want it to make sense for everyone. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist by any means, but I do wanna, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, I just want it to make sense for everyone and for it to be good. If they open the chat, they'll see the messages, right? But I don't know if it'll pop up on the video screen or not. Hmm. Well, I guess it helps when I read these things out loud so people, understand what I'm talking about. I don't know. We'll have to see. Like I say, this is my first ever time doing anything live, and I'm still in awe of how cool this is. So, it's a learning process, figured out as we go. True. It's crazy how fast YouTube Live is versus the delay on Twitch. Really, eh? There's a huge delay because so you're seeing our messages within like 5 seconds. Like I read that just as it pops up. So, I've never used Twitch before. So I don't know exactly the difference there. I know what it is though. Like people mainly game and stuff on it, I think. That's another whole branch of content. Like, I don't game that much anymore, to be honest. Not that I don't have interest in it, but just different things going on. But I would do ASMR gaming videos, like gaming commentary. That'd be cool. But, I don't know if that's what anyone wants to watch. And you guys, feel free to leave comments anytime on any of my videos too. Like when you post a video, you know, like I ask you guys all these things because I am just looking to improve the channel, improve the content, give you guys what you're looking for. So if you ever like something, dislike something, oh, this part was funny, ooh, this was a good, satisfying, like let me know, comment. You're always welcome to do that. Doesn't work too well with louder and more action-packed games, I guess. I've seen some Minecraft ASMR videos that were good in my opinion. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Well, I have a Retro Cat gaming console. Not that I'm trying to plug any particular company. I don't know if you guys have seen these before, but it's essentially an emulator console. So it has like an N64, PlayStation 1, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Atari, Dreamcast, Game and Watch, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, all of these consoles built within it, and it comes preloaded with like 30,000 games on it. So that would be the type of like I would like to make videos on games I've never played before, specifically like Super Nintendo games I really like. Uh Oh, that sounds so cool. Yeah, it is really cool. It's a really cool, console. My girl got it for me, not this Christmas, but last, and I've gotten tons of use out of it. Playing some old Super Mario and Zelda and all that stuff. But with like even the Super Nintendo section has like 50 or like 10,000 games. Like just click, bam, there it is. You're playing it. So exploring some different games that I've never played before with some ASMR commentary. I could definitely do that if that's something that people are interested in seeing for sure. I have a friend that hacked a Wii so he could play most Nintendo games on it, but nowhere near 30,000 games or whatever you said. Yeah. See, I wish I could screen share with you guys. Like if I opened up this company's website and just whoop, pulled it on screen. And I know that there are other softwares. I think it's like OBS that you can do that, and then that links to my YouTube. But I'm not the most technical guy, to be honest with you. So I'll really have to play around with it to be able to have the chat pop up on the screen, or to be able to share my screen with you guys, or show pictures or anything like that. But yeah, that's, cool that you hacked a Wii. I one time bought a Nintendo Switch, and, it was a hacked Nintendo Switch 1st generation, and, I'm not confessing, this is a fictional story, this is just for entertainment purposes, but, it had, um custom firmware on it that you could download any game that was for the Switch for free, like essentially pirated, if this story was true. And I left the console connected to the internet and it updated itself and it got completely blocked and banned from ever using online services again. And all of the games that were downloaded onto it were rendered useless. You couldn't play them. And that it even got to the point where if you had a game cartridge, it wouldn't work because the console was just completely flagged by Nintendo. Um, and so, yeah, but it's all hypothetical. That's just, for entertainment purposes only. OBS is a good one. I'd recommend it if you want to do that in the future. It isn't too hard once you figure it out. Yeah, I'll play around with it for sure. I think for the first couple at least, I'm happy to just do it like this. Um, and yeah, keep your eye out for kind of the my channel videos that come out, and I'll make an announcement somewhere along the line of when I'm thinking I'm gonna uh upload or live stream when I'm gonna do that, like time, day of the week, etc. Well, it's bedtime for me, nearly 1 a.m. here. I'm glad I saw the stream right before you ended it. It was fun. Thank you, Jacob. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. Tune in, anytime you see me live. Happy to talk to you. And we'll see you again soon. I think, to be honest, I'm probably gonna sign off here. This chair, like, this is not a computer chair. This is like a metal chair, and it's quite uncomfortable. Like, my back is kind of spasming as I'm sitting here. So, I think, unless good night, Chaos and Jacob. It was awesome talking to you. Have a great weekend. Yeah, you as well. And we'll see you again real soon, Wody. And thank you for your participation in this stream. It was awesome chatting to you, and I look forward to it again. So, and to all you archive watchers, thank you for watching. I'm Chaos ASMR. This has been live stream number 1. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.